The Enlightenment era was an era when there was change. People wanted order and reason, and they didn't want the church to influence them that much. For instance, one of the main themes of this time period was that they stressed the centrality of reason in human experience. And yes, as I said, there was a social push to order and reason. If you remember the French Revolution, yeah, they changed everything from like the old way, had the rich aristocracy and the church controlling everything, to having more the public controlling everything, even though a dictator named Napoleon came up soon after. And this lasted from the 1750 to the early 1800s, specifically 1820. And there was new inventions such as the steam engine, the cotton gin. They were starting with electricity about the same time, and early vaccinations like with cowpox, which was a counter action. It was a counter medicine to smallpox. Even though it had its own symptoms, it worked pretty good. Musicians of this time, like many other people, didn't fare that good, but luckily for them, they had a patronage system where the rich people, they would take the musicians in. And musicians would get like food, and they have a place to stay, and they had it rather good, and they could go to concerts and get good money from it. But the musicians, they had to write music that the rich people they wanted. They couldn't write their own music. But overall, it was pretty good compared to being an entrepreneur of that time period. There was a few entrepreneurs, like say with Mozart, and he died kind of early. He was thrown into like a big pit along with other poor people until his music wasn't recognized when he was alive that much, but later on he was. That was the case with a lot of musicians and artists. The palaces used to be the places where the performances would happen, but instead, during this time period, they began to move more towards the concert hall. Like you can see this shift towards the public, even in music. There was a new thing called chamber music. It didn't have conductors, but they did have a lot of orchestras as well during the time period, and orchestras had conductors, like they still do. So that is what I learned on March 19th.